Lestat here. Hope you guys are doing well. Today I'm going to be profiling my Winged Dragon of Ra deck. This deck I played the other night on stream against Sir Blackson. Again, I was playing Ra, he was playing Obelisk. If you guys are interested in checking out that stream, the VOD is linked down in the description. Also, Sir Blackson will have highlight clips up on his channel. All his links are down in the description. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts, and please consider subscribing for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh content. Without further ado, let's get right into it. We are playing triple Numeron wall. If you control no cards, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard to get access to your Numeron network. The thing that Ra and the Numerons have in common is that they're both OTK-based strategies, so melding the two together isn't a bad idea. Plus, the Numerons are essentially free tributes for Ra. We're playing Triple Guardian Slime. Whenever we take battle or effect damage, we can special summon this card, and whenever it's sent from our hand or field to the graveyard, we can add a spell like Trap that lists Winged Dragon of Ra in its text from deck to hand. What's neat about that is that when it's summoned on the field, you could just immediately tribute it for the Egyptian God Slime. Get your search, and because the Egyptian God cards count as 3 tributes, you could activate, let's say, your Ancient Chant that you just searched to immediately tribute for Ra. So it's a great card. Now, if we don't have access to our Numeron engine right away, we do have an additional starter in Reactor Slime. Whenever this card is summoned, you can produce 2 slime tokens, but you can't summon other monsters for the rest of the turn except Divine Beast. Which is fine because Ancient Chant does grant us additional normal summons so we could tribute for Ra. So we're not locked out of our normal summons completely. Also, during the battle phase, you're able to quick effect tribute it to set a Metal Reflex line from your hand, deck, or graveyard to the field. And again, Metal Reflex Slime is essentially a free Egyptian God Slime. Next we're playing 2 Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere mode. Unless you're playing against something that's hardcore meta, I think 2 is a good ratio. When I was playing against Sir Blackson, it was kind of a casual matchup. I wasn't expecting him to have anything too crazy other than Obelisk, so that's why I only stuck with 2. We're playing 2 Winged Dragon of Ra. When this card is summoned, normal summoned, you could pay life points so you only have 100 left. So pretty much you're paying 79 most of the time. So it has 7,900 attack points. And also you're able to pay 1,000 life points to target a monster on the field and destroy it. And that secondary effect isn't once per turn. And we're playing 1 Slifer the Sky Dragon. Yes, he was playing Obelisk. I was supposed to be playing just pure Ra, but I felt weird not having Slifer featured in the stream. And I did end up winning with Slifer towards the end of the VOD, which was pretty cool. But Slifer is essentially a floodgate. Whenever your opponent summons a monster, that monster loses 2,000 attack, and if its attack reaches 0, it's immediately destroyed. So that pretty much gets rid of all the starters. Plus, Slifer gains attack points equal to the number of cards in your hand times 1,000. We're playing 1 Terraforming, which helps us get into our Numeron network, which we're playing 3 copies of, and we're playing 2 Numeron Callings. Again, Numeron and Ra have an OTK-based strategy, plus it's a way to get free tributes on board for Ra. We're playing 2 Memories of Hope. This allows us to essentially draw 4 cards, which benefits Slifer in a way. We're playing triple Ancient Chant. This allows us to search for the Winged Dragon of Ra, but we also gain an additional summon. That way we can summon a Divine Beast monster. Also, it has a secondary effect, which is really neat. You could banish it from the graveyard. And any monsters you tribute for Ra that turn, their attack and defense points get added on to Ra's attack and defense. So let's say you have the Numeron monsters out. You could banish this from your graveyard, tribute 3 of your Numerons for Ra, and Ra just has 3,000 points right off the bat. So, which is really beneficial because if we can't afford to give up all but 100 life points, this really helps us out. We play 2 copies of Blaze Cannon. You don't need to max out on this because it is easily searchable through the Egyptian God Slime, and we have enough draw power in this deck where we can just easily access it. But what Blaze Cannon does is that your opponent essentially can't respond to it. It helps you OTK, it helps you remove monsters on your opponent's board, and it also helps you increase the attack points of Raw, and protects Raw from being affected by card effects. So it's just a huge blowout spell. So if you're going for that OTK, just play this card, and it's essentially game. We're playing Triple Soul Crossing. This is pretty much a quick play soul exchange for Divine Beast monsters. This card was really interesting in that matchup because it was a battle of who can get 3 monsters on board and who's going to tribute those monsters. So with Sir Blackson, it was like every time he would get 3 monsters on board, I was lucky enough to have this face down most of the time. So this is a huge, complete blowout spell. Speaking of, we do have Triple Pot of Prosperity. Yes, it reduces damage in half, but sometimes we need to quickly dig through our deck for those key pieces. And the reason I'm not playing Extravagance is because, in theory, I felt like digging through your deck, getting access to what you need was more important than just getting 2 random cards. Because we want to quickly OTK our opponent as quickly as possible. And with cards like Blaze Cannon, we can just increase our attack points, so it's no big deal. We're playing Triple Dark Ruler No More. I kind of wish I had Forbidden Droplet. I kind of wish I would have taken this out for more spell and trap card removal. Because if you're going second, it's great for clearing your opponent's board and getting rid of those pesky effect monsters. But the problem is your opponent's not going to take any damage. So I do kind of regret running this, but it's not a bad card by any means. You could play Forbidden Chalice to help get you over things. You could play Forbidden Droplets. Spell or trap card removal you could also play. Just a few suggestions. We're playing 1 for 1 to get access to our Numeron wall. We're playing 1 Call by the Grave to counter hand traps. And we're playing Harpy's Feather Duster for spell and trap removal. And 1 Metal Reflex Slime for quick access to our Egyptian God Slime. So that is it for the main deck. Getting into the extra deck, we are playing 2 Egyptian God Slime. This counts as 1 or 3 tributes for the tribute summon of a monster. And it also protects your Egyptian gods from being targeted for attacks and card effects. So it's an absolute must in this deck. We will play 1 Cypher and Lord Omega. We are side decking Gamma, which I will showcase you my side deck here afterwards. We're playing 2 number 1 Numeron, 2 number 2, 2 number 3, and 2 number 4. Now during the stream, I was missing an additional copy of 1 and 3, but luckily these arrived today just in time for me to record the profile, which is awesome. But all the Numerons have the same effect where after it battles a monster, the attack points of all Numeron monsters on the field are doubled. So again, this just reinforces the OTK strategy. Also, they cannot be destroyed by battle, so that's an important thing to note. We're playing 1 Sunya. This also kind of helps with the OTK burn damage. We're playing 1 Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess, so if we are going first, this is the best thing we can go into to negate our opponent's monster effects, so they can't take advantage of us. We're playing 1 Underworld Goddess, Bow of the Goddess. If we're going second, and for whatever reason Raw isn't the most optimal way to win, we can summon our Numeron monsters, link those off, and whatever problematic monster our opponent has for Underworld Goddess. She's a floodgate, and she prevents the special summon of a monster from the graveyard. And then last but not least, because this is an Xyz-based extra deck, we are playing 1 Megaclops. So that is it for the extra deck. Getting into the side deck, we are playing Triple Gamma. And then the one driver, just because it's gamma. It's really good in the stack. And we're playing triple Ash Blossom. We're playing 2 Nibiru. This card did not come up in our matchup. I thought he was going to be doing a lot of crazy things, and I would have to clear his board. But in all honesty, Soul Crossing kind of takes care of that for you. And in this instant, when you're having an Egyptian God matchup, Soul Crossing is the better card because, like I said earlier, it's a battle of who could summon 3 monsters and who could activate their Soul Crossing. We're playing 2 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Raigeki. These are just board removal. And then last but not least, we are playing triple Infinite Impermanence. So this concludes my spicy chicken recipe. If you guys enjoy it, be sure to give this video a like. Leave a comment down below. Again, I always enjoy interacting with each and every one of you, and please consider subscribing for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh content. Hit the notification bell to be notified of when I go live and upload. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at LestatYGO. We also have a Discord, so if you want to become an awesome part of our community, I highly encourage it. Until next time, I'll see you all in the next video.